Good morning and welcome, roomies. It's Monday. How was your weekend? I hope you had an amazing time. The sun was back out for us, which was just beautiful. And all the neighbours were like, there was barbecues popping off everywhere. And it was just such a lovely weekend. Even Ellie went for a nice little late night swim last night down on the sea, which was just so cute. It was such a lovely time. If you're in the room, say hi. Let me know you're here. I love seeing all your little faces and seeing who's in the room and who's ready to learn, because it's Monday and we need to kick the week off. Good morning, Dolly, with some power this morning, because we are on countdown. For those of you that are opening up for the retail section, it's go, go, go from today, isn't it? Phase 1 of reopening. Amazing. I'm opening up tomorrow. For the retail part of my business, which I'm really looking forward to. However, it's going to be strained hours, 12 in the afternoon till 5, so that I can ease myself back in, because I do this with you guys at 10 a.m. and I really enjoy it. So I don't want to not do it. So there we are. This is coming slight first. Good morning, Liam. Hi, guys. Right, so today we are going to do another deconstruction and re-put together back of somebody's Instagram account, because loads and loads of you were saying that you've got so much out of that to then be able to go away and do some stuff on yours. So it's a great learning tool to see what I'm doing with other people's Instagram accounts, that you can then go away and do things on yours. So welcome to Natalie. Good morning, Natalie.
Morning.
In your words, we're gonna Gordon Ramsay style your Instagram. I loved that. So to give you a bit of background, Natalie owns Bei Capelli Salon in Great Missenden. I've actually visited Natalie's salon. It's so lovely. It's a really lovely, cute little salon. It's beautiful. And Natalie is in there on her own. So she has a real issue with time. Okay, how does she cut all the hair? She's fully booked and she charges a nice, good price. She's a top end salon. So she's really busy. So she's cutting hair all the time. It's only her, so she's pretty much fully booked all the time. No room for new clients. So she has got the same heads of hair in, which poses a problem. And she's outsourced, haven't you, Natalie, to an Instagram expert to post for you. So how did you find your Instagram expert? And just talk to me a little bit about what you do there.
I was recommended to her from my web designer. And then we've had a chat and put together sort of a plan of action of what we wanted to get from the Instagram. But that's as far as we've got. And she's employed someone else who I think is a bit more younger and a bit more knowledgeable around Instagram to help her.
Okay, so she's outsourcing now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna go look at Natalie's Instagram, and let's have a little dive. So okay, like the logo, it's very clear as to who you are, and I like the fact that you've got all of the highlights down the bottom in unison. So you've obviously gone away and made that. There's one which is lockdown, which looks a bit different. So I would just tidy that up.
Okay.
So we've got Little Princess Trust, opening hours, behind the scenes, love that. Colour, before and afters, love that. Inspirational quotes, I like that. I really like that. I would potentially put in something around your core values and beliefs. I would do a video highlight of a walk around the salon. So do you remember when I spoke to you beforehand? It's about clients thinking they've been into your salon before they've actually been in, and that will attract more. I know at the moment you probably don't have time to attract more clients, but moving forward, if we've got somebody else working in there, you're going to need to provide new clients coming through to be able to grow that person. So that's a must. Showing, I know you've got behind the scenes. Does that show anything in the salon, or is that behind the scenes? I don't know if I can. Oh, I can.
Yes.
Birthday bash. Okay. Yeah, I would do more of a walk around the salon. That's good at getting to know a little bit about your personality, what you've got here. And what have you got on opening hours? Yeah, okay. Right. Okay, so yeah, I would do some walk arounds. I would show pictures of your teas and coffees when you present them, because you do present them really lovely. I would do some snapshots of your reception area with your mist. It's not a dehumidifier.
Oh yeah, the neon.
Yeah, I'd take some pictures of that, because that tells me as a guest coming into your salon that you're really thinking about every aspect of my journey, and that you're caring about my senses while I'm in there. So things like that, pictures of reservations, all of that kind of stuff. Now I'm going to go into the bio a little bit. We spoke about when we do our bios, we put little bullet points, which we use emojis for. Now I'm going to just share with you what Obsessions has got quickly, so that you can see what I mean. Oh, there's a lovely picture of Alice there. She's such a beautiful girl. So can you see here, we've got a diamond, obsessed with detail, a female and a man emoji, eradicating bad hair days, saying that we do them for men and women. Telephone with our telephone number. A laptop with our website address. I said the other day, and I still haven't got around to changing this, that's wasted space, that website address, because if you see further down, the website address is in the website section. So that needs to go, because we can use that to say something else about us. And then our address on there as well. So it's all very clean and clear, and it brings a little bit of colour to the bio, which makes people go, because most bios look like that, just black and white, a few words. Yeah. And the reason why yours comes out across the page, whereas mine comes down, is because I've written my bio in my notes section on my phone, and then copy and pasted it into the bio section in Instagram, because by doing that, it keeps it as you type it out. Instagram doesn't have the capability to do that inside itself. It just jumbles it all up.
Okay. I remember you saying that now, actually.
Yeah, you won't take everything in all of the time, but you will start to pick it up as the more we work together. I'm going to go back a little bit, because at the minute everyone's Instagram accounts has just got crap on the first few. We've got nothing to post, so we're posting crap. Mine looks horrendous. Like literally, I look at it and I'm like, oh my god, what is all this? It's like just literally like pictures of me, and when normally it's just lots of hair. And now there's my face turning. These things are doing my head in. I don't like them on my grid. But yeah, so we're all posting crap. But if you look, I'm keeping to a theme. I'm keeping to some core colours as I'm going through when I'm posting these things. Okay. So pick 3. Okay. Or what I've done is I've picked like a peach, a blue and a green, and there can be different variations of that. So we've got that peach and that peach, which is slightly moving into a brown, but that's all variations, so it fits in okay. And I've typed a darker peach in with the arrow here, and then we've got grey and we've got the green as well. So just try to think about 3 core colours. So as we're looking down on here, there's lots of different ones all coming up.
You'd think that she would know that, as this is her job.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is what I come across a lot. I start pulling, like literally breaking down Instagram accounts, and people start saying to me, well, I'm paying somebody a lot of money to do this. Why do they not know that? And I'm like, because they're not trained in it. Like they're just doing it.
Yeah.
And they're not educating themselves enough for the aesthetics of an Instagram account. If you are a hairdresser, a model, an influencer, things are really, really strong on your account, because you need to put across your personality behind your brand in your posts. If you are a, I don't know, well, it's the same for anything, life coaching, anything, any Instagram account, there needs to be a theme. So I absolutely 100% know who I'm doing business with. And it is really, really important. So, you know, like here, if you're going to do, I saw some quotes down here, because at the minute you've got like pink, you've got black and pink, white, green, blue, multicolours, yellow, with different, I think, purpley pink, lots and lots of colours. It's all very jumbled. And, you know, maybe think about just 3 colours that represent your brand really well. And then if you're doing quotes, I mean, this is quite a good way to do it, like by doing the little quote bits and your name down the bottom. I wouldn't necessarily advocate black on a Salon account, unless you're doing that kind of dark, moody kind of feel. You know, maybe your business is very industrial. It's like concrete floors and tubes coming from the ceiling, that kind of industrial feel and look. I think when you need to just really sit down and look for inspiration on other accounts, find quotes that you like the look of, or go onto Canva and find an Instagram post quote that you think fits your brand, and then use that quote template all the time. Just change the words.
Okay.
And then here, where you've got more than one picture of hair inside the post, I would post this one, the done for you first, and then post this on a separate swipe along.
2 separate.
And then be very careful if you're posting work like this, if that's not like a shoot that you've done, make sure that, I don't know whether she may have, I'm not, long hair, lip gloss, wink on the day. Yeah, so what she needs to do, I don't know who Sierra is, whether she's a, looks like she's a celeb. You just need to, and she has done it here, you just need to make it clear that it's not your work, that it's someone else's. And it's okay to post someone else's work if you credit them, but she needs to credit the other account. And then like here, so just pick one picture to be the focus picture, and then swipe along. Okay. You're obviously really big on your Olaplex, so if you're using these kind of pictures, then, you know, maybe white, a pastel pink, and you pick a different color as well to go in with it that you focus your account on. This one here, I would have taken a close-up of this section as opposed to all this wasted picture around it. It makes the salon look very, very small. So I would have zoomed in on that bit there, and probably made it a bit brighter. I like that you've got videos and things of you actually working, because that creates confidence in that you know what you're doing. But there's a lot of quotes, so to me this means that she hasn't got the pictures, and we was discussing that earlier. You know, she hasn't got the pictures to post, so she's struggling for content, which isn't helpful. So I think you need to be providing her with a bit more. Have you got a space to take the photos now? Because you were taking the shelves down when I visited your salon last time.
Yeah, we've taken that all down, and that's as far as I've got. I was going to do like a Instagram wall on there to be able to take. Or I don't, because a lot of people have these like images behind them, don't they, with the salon logo on them. I don't know where you get those from. Is that?
So you can buy them from any print shop. 365 do a whole banner that you can get that's that's like a stand-up pop-up banner. Just be careful that it's not too busy looking.
Okay.
Some salons I've seen do it really, really well, and then some salons I've seen really just looks an absolute busy mess, and it's just too much. So be very careful if you are going to do that. And if you are, just make sure that your logo is printed really, really sharply, so that people can read it. I don't know if you've got the format for your logo to send that off to print. You must have it somewhere. Check in with them when you do it that it's the right size and it's going to come out clear, so that you can really see it. Okay, what else can I see on here? I like that you've started to incorporate guys in this, so that you're showing that you do both men and women. But again, just the one picture, like this is far more pleasing to the eye, this one here, as opposed to this one here.
Okay.
Just very mindful of that. I missed my hairdresser. I love that. I love this. That is good. And yeah, I mean, you're using all the, like, the roots, you're using all the topics that's been coming out with salons that we've all been talking about, keeping your clients up to date. But I think the main thing for you, because you're posting a lot of quotes, is to really sit down and nail the type of quote that you now want to post. How do you want it to look every time you do it? And then you can start repurposing quotes that you've already used to have them in the format that you want them, and then just delete the ones off the bottom so that it looks in unison. And I would go through this account, and especially it's one of the things as soon as we're back open that I'm going to be doing is like literally going through and like, so that can go, you know, this can go, that can go, that one there can go, that's going to be disappeared, this can come off, that one can go. Literally just going through and saying, right, this, hate it, get it off. That's a review. That's something you can do up here on the highlights. All of your reviews that are on Facebook, either screen grab them and just put them up on your story and then move them down into a highlight, or type them up into something like Canva, which is what I've done here, so that the review, so this one says, Daisy always takes time and gives a good cut, can always be sure of a relaxing couple of hours, left anonymously, so we can't say thank you, so I don't know who wrote that. And that was where I'm playing around here with how I can get reviews up onto the main grid, but actually I don't like them there. So when I go back and spend a bit of time on that, they will all move up into the highlights. But this is an ever changing document, basically, that you will see. There's another one there that you will just continue to remove things and add things as and when you want them.
Okay.
It's never fully done. But yes, okay, so anything else? Have you got any questions for me?
No, I think that's it. I think you've covered them all.
Okay.
We did Anomaly, didn't we, with the trying to juggle accounts and stuff like that on there.
Yeah, finally, I love it. I absolutely love it. I adore it. It is time consuming, but that's why I batch create. So all of the content's created. Like I spent a whole afternoon doing the Jennifer Louise account for the next month, because I'd not posted for a whole month. I don't know, did you see it? I did a test to see what happens if you don't post for a month.
Talk about it, yeah. See,
yeah.
I've slowed mine down over lockdown because it is, again, content.
Yeah. And we all have, you know, we all have. My worry was what happens when all the salons go back and they haven't got like the time, and then they don't post for a month, what was going to happen. So that's why I did that experiment like previously to it happening, so that I could tell everyone. But yeah, 300 clients, followers lost. How do you copyright your picture? I usually use watermark and then fade it, but it makes it look untidy sometimes. That is the only way you can. Or upload the picture into Canva and make the post in Canva, and then just put a little like Liam Dawson hair just at the same point every time, so that your name's on there. But it's so difficult.
Well, my daughter was playing about with the watermarks the other day. She had to do it in Snapchat and then that, just playing around. It was just a bit sharper that way.
Yeah, I can imagine. I don't use Snapchat, but yeah, that's something I'm going to try that, because it's handy to know. Is white wall better for pictures? I used my salon's grey, so I use the grey background of the wall. That grey, depending on the lighting, if you look at my fit, I mean, look, it shows up in so many different lights. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different pictures at the same wall. And the grey looks completely different in all 4 pictures.
With the light, isn't the lighting?
Yeah, it's the lighting, the time of day, the ring light. It all affects everything. Oh, look at this.
You use a ring light on all of yours?
I do, yeah. However, what most people tend to do, and actually, if you look at, sorry, you didn't see, these were the 4 pictures I was talking about, because I haven't shared my screen. The 4 different grey lights. But if you use, so this one here, the ring light has been turned up too much. You can't really see the hair. It's just like the light bouncing back from the picture. So it's better to have the ring light, but turned down. And what we tend to do is turn it right up to get as much light and saturation as possible. There is a filter if you don't have a ring light, I found a filter inside Instagram. Let me just tell you what it's called. It's called Subtle. And it literally looks, can you see that there? The purple bit there. It literally looks like that. And that floods the subject with light, a real nice smooth light. So if you're taking pictures and selfies and videos of yourself, it just shines light on you and smooths it out. And Instagram the camera in Instagram is really good, because also it doesn't flip the hair or the subject round, whereas an iPhone camera does. Archiving and deleting your posts affect the algorithm, doesn't it? I've never heard of it affecting the algorithm. Editing your post after you've posted it does, but I've never heard that. So I'm not saying it doesn't. Potentially they may have written it in somewhere that I'm not aware of, but it's never hindered any of my engagement when I've ever done it. So it's not been a problem there. But right, has anyone got any questions? Type them in the chat box for me now, or forever hold your peace. And if there isn't anything, I will be seeing you all tomorrow. So any last questions from you, Natalie?
No, that's it. You've covered it all. Thank you.
Excellent. So I'm going to be looking forward to popping back on. Yeah. I suggest you look at what you want in terms of how you want your quotes to look. You find something and then just send your girl the template so that she can just have absolute clarity on what you want it to look like, and then screen grab 3 different colours or share that with her.
Colours match your website? Should it be part of your branding?
Ideally, yeah. So, and yeah, so for you, I mean, one of yours is gold.
Yeah.
And then you've got black and white, but I wouldn't use black as a theme colour because it's so heavy. Heather, what's Canva? Okay, Canva is a website where you can literally make a template for Facebook posts, Facebook stories, Instagram posts. You can build a website, a presentation, a logo, a business card, anything and everything. You can design it on there. There's a free version, there's a paid version. I use the paid version because it's just got so much stuff in there in terms of pictures that you can use and different fonts and resizing. So I can make a Facebook post and then hit on the resize at the top, and it resizes it for Instagram, for LinkedIn, for everything else, and then they just fire them out. Really, really, really good tool to have in your toolkit. And someone's just saved subtle immediately. Yes, it was a little trick I pulled. I can't remember who I was watching it. I was watching it from somewhere, and they had it, and they told me about it. I was like, yes, I need that in my life. Right, ladies, well, ladies and gents, shall I say. It's been lovely spending Monday with you. Go away and get shit done. If you haven't got subtle saved on your phone and Instagram, get it done. If you're using quotes that are all over the place, pick a lane, pick a design and stick with it. If you've got somebody else doing the content for you, get a date in the book where you two are going to have a conversation, and you're going to get together and figure out what this looks like moving forward, and pick your 3 colours if you haven't already done so. I adore spending my mornings with you. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Natalie, for lending us your Instagram account for everybody to learn from.
Thank you for the help.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And take care, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.